Hey guys, it's me, Meteor'z. Here we are back to Kirby 64. Last time we did the first 3 stages of level 1 Pop Star. So now we're going to be taking on the boss, which won't be much harder, honestly. We have Wispy Woods, of course, and he has little Wispy Juniors. The only time they ever make an appearance in any Kirby game. And did I seriously get hurt by that? Man, I'm not doing good in this run at all. Or rather, in this game. I mean, I almost lost to DDD of all things. And usually I don't even take 1 damage. Someone made us hit the one in the back. Alright then. Basically you want to destroy all those little babies. It's babies. I mean, it's a tree. So then again, this series also has a female blimp, so who knows? Anyway, once he gets mad, he destroys those little babies, those little saplings or whatever. Then he gets really mad and starts shooting out his little tree trunks at you, his little roots. And you just hit them. Now, one thing I really love about Kirby 64 is that 3D battle space. This wasn't even introduced again until Planet Robobot, and they kind of just like forgot about it after that. I think there's only one like real game after that, so it doesn't really count. That's not true. They did have Kirby Battle Royale, where they did have that battle against Robo Hammer or whatever that thing was. Either way, the point is, you want to grab 2 apples in a row if you can, and then that way you can hit 2 of these at the exact same time for more extra damage. Always nice. Anyway, I really like the whole idea and concept. Ooh, I grabbed 3 that time. He's pretty much going to be dead. Right there. Yep. Save the trees, but it's not this one. But yeah, that's one thing I really did like about Kirby 64. I didn't really go beyond that, is that whole 3D battle space. Very unique. Very cool idea. I think it all existed in Klonoa before this, but no one even knows what that game is, unfortunately. Either way, there's a star, kind of like those portals you see in later Kirby games, that leads over to Rockstar. So, maybe these things are also ancient artifacts. Who knows? I really don't even know what Kirby lore is anymore at this point. It seems like it makes sense, and then it kind of doesn't, and kind of every theory I have goes out the water the next game. Can't wait for the next one. I legitimately can't wait. Either we have Rockstar, and we of course have a desert level, but this is like the only real desert of the place. Everything else is quite unique of the desert level. Now, of course, if you go back here, there's nothing. I thought there was a power up there, or some kind of food. I was wrong. Oh well. Anyway, we got Needle again. Did I show off 2 Needle yet? I don't think I have. I did show off Needle and that, but I don't think anyone cares about that. Instead, let's grab 2 Needles. We can show that off. Here, look. It's a whole giant thing of every pointed object you could think of. You got your pencil, you got a compass, a nail, a rusty nail at that, a bee stinger, a fork, and a cactus. Anything else I'm missing? Oh yeah, that syringe. That is a syringe, right? Dang it, I can't. Yeah, that's a syringe. I was right. Doesn't really matter what you get. It's probably like the best thing you could get currently at the moment. Don't really worry about much else. I mean, there is technically something you might need to get, but I don't think you'd even get electricity anywhere in this level, so kind of not important at all. In the meantime, just destroy everything. If I want to get rid of this, it's too slow. Like a lot of things. I'm not sure I should have saw it before, but you can also put enemies above your head and they have like different effects. In this case, it's just a bunch of sand that like dissipates into nothingness. I mean, it's sand. One thing I love about Kirby 64 is that there are no star doors at all. Everything just leads off into another place. Like you go off screen and it leads off in like a separate door. That is neat, and no other Kirby game really does that, which is kind of upsetting, but not really too big of a deal. Anyway, for this part, you'll see these I3s. Yep, they had I3s before they even existed. They were well advanced in the future. I said that joke a while ago, like when I first did this Let's Play, and someone quoted that and talking about how advanced Kirby 64 was, and when they made that same joke, like in reference to what I said, I completely forgot the joke, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't remember an I3 in there. Oh, they were making a joke that I previously used, so oh well. Doesn't really matter. Look at the crystal shard you got there. And I really like the whole perspective we got here. Going up. And then see, now that it started right here, just go inside this little open spot. And there we go. We got a mini boss, which is just a giant cactus. Just kind of sitting there, doing its own thing. Come on, one spawned right on top of me. That wasn't fair. And that's it. Crystal Shard! Yay! And thus now we have... Well, wait for it. Rising Sand. We're trapped. Gotta escape before it's too late. And we have floating Andros heads dropping sand. They really do look like 16-bit Andros heads from the original Star Fox. If you couldn't already get it from the first time I said it. I have to re-explain it, because I don't know, I felt like it. I couldn't really think of much of a reason why I'm explaining stuff like this. I don't know. There's just some random Gordo there. There's like one Gordo. I mean, it's trying its best, being the only real threat in this entire place. But, whatever. And we're trapped in here, oh no! Thankfully, Waddle Dee just pops it in and digging at the right spot to get us out of here. I wonder how he blew that up. Did he have like an explosive, or did he dig? He just kind of leaves. Kind of like that look at that little effect in the background. Those old pyramids back there, those old futuristic looking pyramids. Kind of that you see in the future Kirby games too. It's kind of neat. But yeah, kind of a nice little aesthetic. You'll see this spot here. It's brown and yellow. We don't have electricity because this is what to have a little mixed thing. You need rock and electricity to break this, one for each color. There's no electricity in this level, so we kind of have to forget about that for now and just come back here at a later time. But instead, let's look past all these Scarfies here, and hopefully they don't try to kill us. I mean, obviously they're trying to kill us, but thankfully they all, once you look away, they're completely fine. Kind of like Boos. Except Boos are the opposite, thinking about it. See, look, you turn them, they're fine. They're literally the exact opposite of Boos. Well, actually, no, they're not. They're just like Boos, actually. Wait a second. Are you... I think... And there's not any rock anywhere here at all. Great. I could just kind of stop and redo this, but there's autosave, and therefore all the crystal shards are already taken. Which is good and bad at the same time. Good in the fact that it's kind of cool. You don't have to go through an entire level all over again to get a crystal shard and then leave. But also bad for the fact that if you mess up during a Let's Play, you have to deal with your mistakes or have missing crystal shards. I'll take the latter. Oh well. We'll get back to it anyway. It's not really that big of a deal. Technically, I could just grab a stone in the next level, go back for it, and play through it all over again. But, probably just better to just play through this level and... I don't know. Honestly, trying to think of what's the better option here. Well, either way, I'm about to die, so it doesn't really matter too much. What's this? What's this give me? Ah yes, little tick. Either way, here, we want this. Oh, I died. Whoops. Alright, first death, I think, in this game, so that's something. I was low health anyway, no biggie. Alright, so of course, there's rock there. Now let's go ahead and exit out here. I want to show you something. Yeah, you can just exit out and you still have the same ability again, which is nice. You don't have to go through an entire level to get an ability or something. Say you want an ability in a later stage, which isn't even in the level at all. And sometimes it's not. I can guarantee you that. This was not one of those times, obviously. But, whatever. I could have sworn I did a practice run and checked to make sure that there was nothing there. But I guess, overall, it doesn't matter. Point is, you can just go out if you want to later and go on your way. But, doesn't matter anyway. I'm just going to go and cut out to when I get to where I need to go. Hardest mini-boss ever. Alright, so now we can finally break that. And hey, look! Crystal Shard, yay! And just for example, hey, look! Already got them all. How nice. And let's just get rid of this ability, because I'm not really the biggest fan of that particular combination of stuff. And let's continue on the stuff like I didn't already start it. which is false. Now here you'll see columns just falling, little falling columns, which is kind of interesting. I mean, they fall kind of pretty early, and they, you don't even have to be near them for them to actually fall or anything like that. Oh well. I just noticed myself saying actually. How many times did I say actually, I wonder, so far in this Let's Play? That's never a good sign. Oh well. Doesn't... Come on, I know I hit the needle before that. Ooh, wait a minute. No, wait. I don't want the tick. Did I show off needle fire? Yes, that's once again the arrow. Ooh, wait. Wait. Hold on. I do want this. Wait. Ow. I don't think I showed off 2 stone yet, so... See, look, you're just a giant, bigger Kirby. And you're completely invincible when you walk. Whee! And you kind of walk normal speed, too, when you're larger, so there is that. Still not very exciting. Now for this, there's like a sort of a maze kind of thing. You'll see a crystal shard over there. There's plenty of needles all around here, everywhere. I'm like, I don't want any more needles. They're like my least favorite ability in this game. Well, no, I wouldn't go with that far. I think what is my least favorite? Cutter. Cutter's definitely my least favorite ability in this game. Now there is a 1-up up here. Let's kill that little Mumpy. Get that 1-up, which I don't think I'm even gonna need, honestly, because all the 1-ups reset in this game after you use them. So either way, you'll see blocks crumbling. Aha! Take that. Just jump over here in the middle, and of course, there's your second or my last shard. There are tons of ghost knights around here. Tons of mumbies. Tons of ghosts. Tons of undead thingies around here. Are they really technically undead? I don't know. Is anything ever undead? Is anything ever dead in Kirby? I mean, things usually come back unexpectedly in some unknown ways, like Mark just being like, yo, what up? I'm alive. Only characters that haven't, you know, are like Sectonia and other characters, but whatever. Technically, Crodius already was dead if you want to get that. And what about, anyway, Crystal Shard down there. Don't miss that one. Up here, you'll see a Maximum Tornado on one side, and on the other side, a 1-up. See, look, I don't even need a float for platforms. Take that. Aha. I feel like the room reminds me a lot of Dementia's room in Super Paper Mario, where they kind of like shoot at you from different sides with lasers. Do not fall for these platforms. As soon as you jump on them, they go up, and they can, in fact, squish you right there. I'm almost sure positive... I'm almost positive everyone fell for that at least once in a playthrough of Kirby 64. Like, oh, what's this? Punk. You get squished. Instant death. And it's like, once you're on it and going up, it's way too late to react at that point. If I'm not mistaken... Alright, no. Just gonna... Ah, what? Come on. Ah, oof! Ooh, that was close. That was way too close. There's a lot of underwater section here, but not really much of real Oh, so you can lose your ability in this game. Interesting. Can this thing even float up and grab you? No, your appearance have to be in the water and land on it for that to even affect you whatsoever. Huh. Interesting. I'm not sure why you would attempt that, but I don't know. I'm really low in health, aren't I? Yeah, I kind of am. Tons of Shatsus around here. Ow. Now, one thing you should note about these enemies here is little helicopter enemies there. If you notice, they don't really travel at you like this. Once you get an ability, though, then they chase you. It's kind of like in a reference to in Kirby's Dream Land 3, enemies like that existed, but they were only if you had animal friends. They chased you kind of like Scarfies. Ooh, here's a blade I didn't show off yet. Is there another spark somewhere? Do I have to go back for spark? Yeah, probably have to go back for spark. Alright. There we are. Check it out. Static electricity. Yeah, that's about as useful as that weapon is. Yep, you set yourself on fire with the power of electricity and static, and you just run in a straight line and hurt yourself. Doesn't really do much. It's kind of pretty much pointless. You know, I think a tick would be kind of beat. You know what? Fine, I don't need a tick either. That's cool. I didn't want that anyway. And here we have a section with DDD. He can ride on his back, and he has a hammer to smash things with. It's always fun, always nice. You can also find plenty. You can also break down these little walls right here, which is nice. Go around that, smack that, and then of course these enemies that hang down, you can just smash them too. And hey, look, Maxim Tomato. Now there is a crystal shard in here. It's over at the top left, so you might want to aim your way over there. Probably useful. Just keep climbing this way over to the left, and well, I got a 1-up. That wasn't what I was looking for. Need to go back around and turn down that way. This way. Yep, it's kind of like a little weird maze of sorts. Almost there. And they breathe fire, so just kind of time your jumps, time your climbing. And no! And I missed the jump. Alright, let's try it again. I don't think I've ever missed that jump before. Well, I did that time, so it doesn't matter, does it? Take that. Technically, Kirby could just be like, yo, can you just have your hammer for a sec and use that? I'd be out of here a lot quicker. But DD's being helpful, so I can't really judge him for doing his best. I mean, come on, he's awesome. How can you hate DDD? Nope. Weird little grapple enemy there. Doesn't really serve much of a purpose. I guess it's there more like a shock factor. But there's nothing really over there that he's protecting anyways, so it's not like he can really trick you for any real reason. I don't know. But it's there. Whee! And come to think of it, I think I need rock for this one. Doesn't matter anyway, because I'm going to be cutting it off there. So next time in Kirby 64, we'll be finishing up Rockstar and seeing what area, level, star we have next. Anyway, see you guys then.